Are anything to go by. This could be one of the most anticipated.
And fans can't wait to see this star-studded cast.
Elizabeth Debicki wraps shooting for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel. Teases return of Brad Pitt's iconic role. Actor Elizabeth Debicki has teased the return of Brad Pitt's Oscar-winning character Cliff Booth in the upcoming sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood titled The Adventures of Cliff Booth, directed by David Fincher.
Isn't a sequel, but rather a new
Of Cliff Booth has already wrapped, sending
Brad Pitt is back as Cliff Booth, but this time
the sequel marks a rare return.
Calling the project such a dream to make, she spoke to People magazine on the sidelines of the Sundance Film Festival, where she attended the premiere of her film Wicker. "I just wrapped on David Fincher's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel, which was just such a dream to make," Debicki said. The Adventures of Cliff Booth serves as a follow-up to Quentin Tarantino's 2019 hit Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, with Brad Pitt.
Go by. This could be one of the most anticipated.
and fans can't wait to see this star-studded cast.
Hollywood fans, this one is big. Elizabeth
Brad Pitt is back as Cliff Booth.
Reprising his role as stuntman Cliff Booth, a performance that earned him an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Tarantino returns as the screenwriter for the sequel. "We shot it for nearly 6 months in LA, and I just adored working with David. Just love him to pieces," Debicki said. Praising her co-star, she added, "And I loved working with Brad."
rare return to Tarantino's
Episode, exploring Cliff's backstory.
to its alternate history ending and Brad Pitt's Oscar-winning
The 61-year-old actor was spotted alongside Elizabeth Debicki.
film will focus
In his absolutely iconic role, yeah, it was a joy. "I was very, very happy on that job." Besides Pitt and Debicki, the film also stars Scott Conn, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Carla Gugino. Netflix is expected to release the film later in 2026. A release date is yet to be announced.
fans. This one is big. Elizabeth
Brad Pitt is back as Cliff Booth, but this time,
question now is simple. Can the adventures of Cliff
episode, exploring Cliff's backstory.
Debicki's Wicker is directed by Alex Houston Fisher and Eleanor Wilson, alongside Olivia Colman, Alexander Skarsgård and Peter Dinklage. She was recently seen opposite Colman and Tom Hiddleston in the second season of the spy thriller The Night Manager. Reflecting on her career and aspirations, Debicki said, "Just more work. I'm an actor, you know. There's not a lot of things you can control in life," she added.
Alongside Elizabeth Debicki,
film will focus on Cliff Booth navigating a changing
boots, and a mustache. The film,
known for her powerful performances in The Crown and Tenet.
Crown, stunned.
You can be particular about the people you gather around you, which is very important, and how honest and kind they are. Meanwhile, Pitt also has The Writers in Development, in which he is set to star and serve as a producer. The Crown Emmy winner stars in writer-directors Alex Houston Fisher and Eleanor Wilson's Wicker with Olivia Colman, Alexander Skarsgård and Peter Dinklage.
Cliff Booth. Speaking,
Los Angeles set of The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
reprising one of his most iconic roles and a new story
Tarantino isn't a sequel, but rather a new
of Cliff Booth.
It's one of several upcoming screen projects for Debicki, who recently appeared opposite Colman and Tom Hiddleston in Season 2 of the spy thriller The Night Manager. What else is Debicki manifesting in 2026? Just more work, she tells People. "I'm an actor, you know." While she acknowledges that there's not a lot of things you can control in life, Debicki adds,
Tenet,
Crown, stunned in an all-white look.
Booth's world, expanding his story beyond Rick Dalton.
4 inches taller than Pitt. Debicki,
"You can be particular about the people you gather around you, which is very important, and how honest and kind they are." Netflix will reportedly release The Adventures of Cliff Booth later in 2026. Pitt also has The Writers in Development as both actor and producer. That's what we can say. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. We thank you all for your support.
rather a new
Of Cliff Booth has already wrapped, sending
Brad Pitt is back as Cliff Booth, But this time,
The sequel marks a rare return to Tarantino's